Welcome to Motivational Mondays. This is Fred Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today we're going to take it step backwards. We usually say something motivational and then we apply it to the business world. We're going to use the business world and apply it to Motivational Mondays. So 90% of one's trading success is based on this element. But before we start, make sure to like and subscribe. And if especially you find value in this presentation, please do share it with friends and family. Okay, so 90% of one's trading success. Now you could Google this. This is not something that's inherent in me. It was taught to me about 20 plus years ago before this stuff hit the internet. 90% of one's trading success is all here. It's psychology, okay? And so you'd ask yourself, really? That's it? That's all it takes? Yeah, because you are your biggest misnomer. You're your biggest person, you're your biggest enemy. One, yourself, not other people. And if you're able to manage this and manage up here, you're able to overcome obstacles that you didn't even think you'd be able to. And this I've seen time and time again. And what holds traders more is all these type of psychological issues: self-confidence, self-esteem, fear, anxiety, stress, all this type of stuff. And there's subcontinents to them. There's fear of success, fear of failure. And most times it's fear of success that holds somebody back. Now you could apply this to anything in life. Just think about it, okay? As a skilled salesman, as a skilled surgeon, how much do you need to know to be good at it? There's an X amount. That's all it is. You get to a certain point, there's an X amount. You learn about body language, you learn about conversation, you learn about negotiation. There's an element of, that's it. You've learned everything you could about it. Then what separates the people that succeed and people that don't succeed? It's all up here. It's all things that we create, limiting beliefs, limiting possibilities, and that we don't aspire in our life. Now, there are things, because of this, because becoming aware of it is the first step, there are things that we can transcend ourselves. Most of us go through life, okay, living on a system, and I've mentioned this before, on a system that we have set up, or society has set up, or our family unit has set up from our childhood. We play certain roles because we're put in that role. Have you ever felt like you were put in a role and you just went along with that role? Right? Either it was conscious or subconscious or just passive, right? But you, in order to become alive and become more present, in order to become and transcend your limitations psychologically, you have to be more present, more mindful, and also be more disciplined that at the moment you change things. Now, you don't have to change things all the time. What's beautiful about this, and this is really a very deep concept, and you can Google this as well, there's something called REM. While we're sleeping, we are inherently learning things that we did throughout the day. So if we're changing things, or if we're mindfully changing things throughout the day, then in our sleep, we're reinforcing it. And that's the beauty of our human body and our minds, that we are able to transcend and change things and reframe things in such a way that we don't live life in the limiting beliefs, and we're not subject to what we lived in the past, but how we live in the moment in order to create a new future. And that I've said over time and time again. And I say it again, okay? Whether you're a salesperson, you're a trader, whatever it is that you do in life, okay? Whatever vocational skill that you have, there's a limited amount of it, okay? At a certain point, it's whether or not I feel worthy enough to create the environment in order to bring success to it. I attract success by becoming a attractive person to that success, right? It's a different concept and it's a different angle of it, but it's saying the same thing as, setting up disciplines and, kind of being mindful and trying to change in the present, but it's all coming together. And when you bring it in together, you can transcend yourself in whatever it is that you're doing. And I really believe that because I've seen myself and I've seen other people who, in the backgrounds that they went through, okay, either adversities in life, you ever see the guy, and this has happened often, the guy that went through and should have been a drug addict or someone that was like self-destructive, and that was the guy that made it. Why is that? it's because they took their adversity and shifted it into one of their biggest powers, one of the biggest superpowers. And you can do that. And we all going through adversity, and we've all gone through challenges in life and different types of levels of traumas, right? And it's only when you go through that you're able to grow through that. Okay, you go through it and then you grow through it. If you avoid going through it, okay, then you don't get to grow through it. And I think that those type of people that I've seen transcend their lives, no matter what they were going through, they actually had like a high to go through whatever experience they were going through, good or bad, because they were going through the experience just for the experience itself. So had they not gone through the experience and seen their capabilities in those type of situations, they wouldn't be able to take it on the other side as well. And I think that that's really a very important point and very motivational, because I've seen traders, okay, and this is where we're going to bring it back into trading and bring it, apply to real life. I've seen traders that should not have made it, and they did make it because they focused on themselves and realized that the markets don't do it to them. They create their success. They're not victims to situations. They're not going to bow down to situations. They're going to be who they are. They're going to be true to themselves, and they're going to be true to their beliefs, and they're going to break their beliefs. Whatever those limiting beliefs are, they're going to challenge them on a continual basis. And if you reinforce this over and over again, this is how change happens. It doesn't happen overnight. It does not, okay? It does take time to reinforce and reinforce and reinforce, and then it becomes natural. And once it becomes natural, then you become the best version of that self. Now, again, this transcends any kind of business or skill or work that you do. If you maximize it, you will then bring and attract, and this is part of the law of attraction, you will then attract success towards you. We'll see you here next week on Motivational Mondays. Have a great week, everybody.